So within the purview of your morality, you're saying that, well, actually, I don't know what you're saying. How is this moral from your standpoint?
You tell me one thing. Why
are you just saying it's because they're consenting? That's it?
So consent is the biggest thing. If they're consenting, they're of legal age. You tell me what's wrong with that.
Well, let me ask you this. If
you've just completely dismissed the question.
If you were to have, no, I haven't. It's the same problem I would have if you were to sleep with a dead body.
Well, that's different because how would they consent and they're dead?
Why? Well, wait a second. They don't need to consent. They're not. There's nothing there, right?
I mean, I don't know what turns you on. That would not turn me on.
That's not really the question, though. That's just some type of snarky pivot. So the thing is it would be the same moral issue that I would have with this. Can you tell me why it would be immoral from that standpoint to sleep with a dead body on camera and then distribute it as long as you consent?
Do you see any dead people here trying to answer your questions? No,
yeah,
it
doesn't matter. Different. Just answer the question. Stop pivoting.
I'm not. I'm telling you it's very different.
Yeah, I know it's different. It's different in context, but the moral question is still the same.
No, it is
Why
not.
is it that it would actually be problematic from your worldview to sleep with a dead body and then distribute it?
Because they are not consenting. They are dead.
They don't need to consent. They're not. There's nothing there to consent to.
Well, you go fuck dead people, then
they're
and
not
post it
alive.
online and see who wants to watch that.
Real Trump
okay, well, let's
donated
assume for a second that they gave their body to...
122 college guys. Holy crap. She's been banged more than a taxi cab door. She's been pumped more than the Terminator's shotgun. I bet your thighs don't even know each other. Awful godless degenerate.
I'm incredibly tight, so
let's assume for a second that they wrote pre-consent down on their deathbed that they wanted to do this. Why would that be problematic from your worldview, or do you think people should be able to then sleep with a dead body and distribute it?
My content I make, it's enjoyable, it's fun, it gets me wet. Fucking a dead person would not turn me on, so I would not do that.
Yeah, I know. I'm not asking you what you would or wouldn't do. I'm asking you whether or not it's immoral from your position.
Yes.
Why? All the consent has been the consent has been done. Why is this now immoral?
Well, you come back and ask me that question when you can fuck a dead person. That class is legal.
Why?
Until then, I'm not going to answer your questions. Why would it need to be legal
for you to answer the question? That makes no sense.
I am answering your question.
Oh, okay, got it. So then, if murder was legal tomorrow, would you murder people?
No, it's not my cup of tea.
No, you wouldn't. So then the thing is somehow you're able to answer the question even though it's not real, right?
Listen, there is a reason why selling your body for the lust of men has been viewed as shameful for all of human history. Porn is the real pandemic of our time. Moral decay is out of control.
That's your opinion.
Yeah, but here's the thing. It's not just an opinion, because it seems that your value here is consent. And yet, when I dive into other things which can be consented to, you seem to have some moral opposition to those things.
Because you're
I want to know why.
Because you're giving me scenario-based. What I'm telling you, consent, where I value consent, it is currently allowed. It's allowed, it's normal. You're asking me if it would be normal to fuck a dead person or murder someone. That is very different to sleeping with an 18-year-old. That we also allow to go to the army, they drive, they drink, it's very different.
Okay, is eating an apple and eating an orange different?
Yes.
But they're both eating fruit, right?
Yes.
Okay, great. So then we can make analogies between two things which are different in order to figure out if you hold consistency between the actions of saying eating an apple is bad, but eating an orange is good. That wouldn't make any sense, right? That would be stupid.
Yes, but you're using it for
sense.
a dead person and a live person. That is very fucking different.
Yeah, I know. Eating an apple is very different than eating an orange, right? But you would say that if you're allowed to eat an apple, you should be allowed to eat an orange. That's why we have analogies, so that we make comparisons between two things, which are not similar, but they do stack up logically together. So the question becomes, one more time, and I'd like to ask you, if consent is the highest value, and somebody has consented to have their body you could have sex with a body after they're dead, and then distribute that for monetary gain, what would be your actual moral problem with that?
How is eating fruit and having sex
Stop talking and let her answer the question.
It's ridiculous.
It's pathetic.
Stop talking, let her answer the question, stop pivoting. You don't have to jump in. You're not Captain Save a Literal. Let her answer the question.
If it was legal and someone else wanted to do it, it's not something I would do, but that's up to them.
Yeah, I know, but so you have no moral opposition to it?
I don't know if you're hearing me correctly.
Yeah, no, I think I did. It didn't sound like, it sounded like you said you don't actually have any moral problem with it.
I think he's choosing
Multiple
not to understand
times
you.
I have said I would not do that. I do not agree
Yeah,
with
I
that.
know.
But
I
if
know
that
you
is the
wouldn't do
law, you won't see me marching up to like the president to get it changed. I don't give a shit. I focus on myself, and that is it.
Yeah, no, I understand all of this. So I'm just going to steel man it so that you know that I understand exactly what you're saying. You yourself would never sleep with a dead body. Got it. Understand? You think it's gross. You think it's horrible. You think it's awful. Now to my question, which is, though, if there was consent, which seems to be the thing that you pin your entire argument on here for why this is okay to do,
Yeah.
then what's the actual problem? What's the moral problem, or is it even immoral?
Well, I'm not saying there is a problem then. If you're saying, imagine if it was legal, I'm not
Yeah.
going to go out my way to change it. It's nothing to
So-
do with me. I can choose not to have an opinion on that. I do not have an
Sure,
opinion
so
on
then
that.
I am correct when I say that from your worldview, it is not immoral to have sex with a dead body if it were legal and distribute that
So
for
let
money,
me just make this
right?
clear. Multiple times, I do not think that is correct. I would not sleep with a dead person,
Yeah, but why
nor do I
not?
think other people should.
Yeah, but
I
why
I
not,
make
though?
content that turns me on, and that would turn my subscribers on.
Yeah,
I don't know
I
what
know,
type
but-
of people you socialize with, but that would not turn my subscribers
Yeah,
on.
I know that you're talking about you personally. I get that you
Well,
personally
stop
would not
talking
do
to me
this. That
then.
has
If you're
nothing
not
to
addressing
do-
the question directly to me,
No,
let
that's
other
not the
people
question,
answer.
though. The question isn't how do you feel about it. The question is if it's immoral or not immoral. So I'm literally not going to let you escape it. You're going to have to answer at some point.
Oh, really? You're gonna force me?
Would it be immoral? Would it be immoral?
I honestly
if the
am not
law
wasting
changed-
any more time on this
Hang
question.
on, just let me finish, please. Listen to what the actual question is. Would it be immoral if the law changed for people to sleep with a dead body and then distribute it, regardless of what you personally would do? Would you say that other people should be able to do that if the law changed to say that they could?
If the law says it's legal and they want to do it, go ahead. I do not
Okay.
give a shit.
Thank you. That's all I wanted to know. I appreciate it.
Very long-winded way that was.
Good
That's what
good
you
talk.
say.